Yeah, so I know I've been away for like a whole month, but it's okay. I'm back now. I'm not going to give any excuses. We're back here with another Madden 26 rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Baltimore Ravens because they already have a 1-3 start, and I'm a Ravens fan, so this is very sad for me. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and or subscribe. Let's see if we can get this video to 100 likes. I would appreciate that. But off the rip, the team is just injury riddled. That's all I can really say about that. I'm going to put Emory Jones at right guard because, oh my gosh, Daniel Falalele just sucks, dude. Also, I've noticed they've made some visual changes to some of these players and the rosters and stuff. I don't know why they can't just make these changes before they release the game. Also, EA just got bought out in a major deal. It's not going to kick in until 2027, but still, that's actually a bigger problem than just EA itself. Anyways, looking into the actual team itself, though, the team's great. It's just constantly riddled with injuries. Defensive line, Justin Madubuike is out for the year, so I'll just bench him for now, and it's trying to put him at defensive tackle too, so we're going to move him down. Oh, they just list him as defensive tackles on this. Okay, that's cool, I guess. So we're going to put him all the way down. He's out for the year. Mike Green, we'll see how he plays. I'm not going to start him over Kyle Van Noy because Kyle Van Noy is a baller in simulation. Odafe is pretty good. I'm going to start Malachi Starks over Adarius Washington. And then Marlon Humphrey's out for a little bit. Lamar Jackson's out for a little bit right now. Jair Alexander blows in real life. He's not a 90 overall. I mean, he's not the worst, I would say, so I wouldn't really say he blows, but like at the same time, like he has not been playing to a 90 overall. The dude's probably like an 80 overall realistically. He has not been the greatest for us. I like Nate Wiggins, so I'm going to move him up. Kyle Hamilton's obviously a baller. Yeah, there's a lot of visual changes that they made to this. Trent Simpson, let's put Wiggins in the slot. Malachi Starks, Derrick Henry, let's give him all the reps. Gadget guy, we're going to make Zay Flowers over Derrick Henry. Rashad Bateman's the slot receiver. So I like everything that we got there. I think the Ravens are a Super Bowl contending team, but they always choke in the playoffs. A player gets hurt. It happens every year with them. You can argue a lot of teams have injured players, but the Ravens, the Niners are getting just absolutely ripped on with injuries right now. So it's unfortunate. Let's see what we have at the midseason mark. I'm just going to keep the Ravens playbook right now as well, just for this season. Then I'll switch up to my playbooks. 5-1 at the midseason mark. Offense doing great. Defense doing great. Or passing yards isn't doing great, but I don't really care when a run first offense really doesn't matter to me. We are winning games, so that's all that matters. Kyle Van Noy is second in the league for sacks, already 8 sacks into the year. Derrick Henry leading the league in rushing yards. That's what I like to see. Let's upgrade some personnel points because these offensive and defensive things really don't help because you can still lose them regardless. So I'm going to go into the personnel here, upgrade some coaching staff points. Some scouting points as well would be pretty good. So this is all I could do. Upgraded some personnel, got some scouting points as well. Scouting national focus may sound crazy. Kind of want to do running back here, and I think that's what I'm going to do because Derrick Henry does regress pretty hard in simulation. I do want a nice backup. Keaton Mitchell doesn't seem that bad. I don't know if I'm going to re-sign him. Jair Alexander, in real life, he's not doing that great right now. I don't think he's going to get re-signed, but in terms of Madden, that might be different. Mark Andrews, I've wanted to trade this guy as a Ravens fan for a while because I love Mark Andrews. Don't get me wrong. We don't have the cap to keep him, and I think I am going to trade him now and then just keep Isaiah Likely for the long-term future because Mark Andrews is good. Don't get me wrong, but he's getting paid a lot, and I really like Isaiah Likely, so I think we might move on with that. Trade him to a separate conference like the Commanders. I know they have Zach. Are they willing to give me... Let's do a next year's second-round pick, I feel like would be fair. I know I could probably get a first from him out of Madden, but I don't really have the cap room to keep him around. He's in his final year of his contract. Tyler Linderbaum, I do want back on the team. Let's do a player-friendly deal. He's going to resign on a 4-year contract with us. And then Odafe, it depends how he plays. Isaiah Likely just trade away Mark Andrews, so we're going to pay him $9 million a year for a 4-year contract. He's going to resign with the team. He's young. He has star development. Travis Jones, I really don't have anyone right now because Madubuike is out. I'm going to do a 3-year deal with him. He's young. He has star development. And then what do we have for the rest of the group? Keaton Mitchell, I don't know if I'm going to keep him. I might just as a backup to rotate him. I mean, if he's this cheap, I mean, why not? He says no to that. We'll see if we can develop him, but if he doesn't resign, then I'll just draft a new one. Adarius Washington wouldn't be bad as a backup, but he wants to be starter pay, so I'm not going to pay him as a starter. Honestly, I'll just keep him for now. Or actually, do I keep him? I mean, the Ravens are in a down year. They're 1-3 right now in real life. Obviously, the simulation's a little bit. I'm going to trade to Darius Washington, too, because if he's in a contract year and he wants to be paid as a starter, I'm not going to pay him as a starter. I already have Malachi Starks. There's no point in really keeping him in Madden. The Raiders need a free safety. It honestly seems like a good fit. I feel like this is fair. Darius Washington for a third-round pick to the Raiders. So then everyone else on our team, Daniel Falalele, DeAndre Hopkins has been doing really good in real life. We'll see how he plays in Madden. Kyle Van Noy usually balls out in Madden. We'll see how he regresses. But other than that, not bad so far. Let's see what we have in the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs going 14-3 in a first round bye with the 32nd passing offense in the NFL, but number one in everything else. We're winning games, so that's all that matters to me. Stats and awards, Lamar, not doing great in passing yards, but 7th in passer rating, so that's what matters. 9th in offense, 2nd in passing yards. 21 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. Not great in passing yards, but the passer rating's still good. Only got sacked 20 times. Great job from the offensive line. Derrick Henry, 300 attempts, 1,700 yards, 5.8 per carry, 13 touchdowns, fumbled 3 times. Lamar Jackson, 15 rushing touchdowns, 500 yards. That's insane. With his passing touchdowns as well, that's a great year from him. DeAndre Hopkins, I mean, obviously these guys aren't going to eat if Lamar isn't passing the ball that much. That's fine. That's why I traded away Mark Andrews. Why would I pay that guy $20 million a year for me not to use him? And then sacks allowed, 7 for Rosengarten, 4 for Vahoris, 3 for Emory Jones, 3 for Ronnie Stanley, and 3 for Tyler Linderbaum. In the previous Madden update, did they fix the offensive lineman blocking issue? Because I swear, no matter what overall my left tackle was, they would be allowing like 30 sacks a season. So thankfully they fixed that. I don't know why they don't just fix this whenever they release the game. But anyways, Roquan Smith, 132 tackles, 108 for Trent Simpson. Tackles for a loss, 9 for Trent Simpson, 8 for Kyle Van Noy. Sacks, 20.5 for Kyle Van Noy. I'm telling you, this dude's broken in simulation. Trent Simpson, 6 for Odafe. I want to re-sign him. That's not a crazy year, so if he I don't know, I might just tag and trade him at that point, because that's a good year, but it's not crazy, honestly. Interceptions, what do we have? 4 for Malachi Starks and Marlon Humphrey, 3 for Roquan Smith and Nate Wiggins. Deflections, 15 for Roquan Smith is insane, 8 for Jair Alexander, probably going to re-sign him now. Safety, 0 defensive touchdowns is 1 for Trent Simpson. And I'm going to upgrade some abilities here. Let's get some halfback development going, some wide receiver and tight end development as well. We got linebacker development, so let's upgrade that. And then also we got personnel development, and we can also upgrade some scouting points. In the divisional round against the 10-7 Chargers, we're 6 overalls higher. Let's see if that update actually made a difference in Madden simulation here. So far, it looks like it. 34-13 against the Chargers. Here to face the 88 overall Bills. This is going to be a hard matchup. Can we beat them to move on to the Super Bowl? It's year number 1, so I'm not going to hop into this. Let's see if we can just make it to the Super Bowl in year number 1 with the Ravens, despite the Matabike injury here. And the answer is going to be yes. We're in the Super Bowl here. Here to face the 12-5 Packers, 3 overalls higher than them. Let's see the team upgrades. I'm liking this little franchise update so far. Emory Jones comes with star development. Don't see any actual upgrades on the offense because Lamar and Derrick Henry already have X factors and they were balling throughout the year. And then defensively, Trent Simpson gets superstar. Kyle Van Noy has 20.5 sacks. Okay, it looks like they did not fix that issue with Madden simulation. Kyle Van Noy, I'm going to forcefully give him superstar development. You're not going to tell me someone's going to get 20.5 sacks. Realistically, in real life, he would get superstar X factor. So I feel like it's more than fair just to give him superstar development. That's just total bull how he has 20.5 sacks and he doesn't get superstar development. Let's see if we can beat the Green Bay Packers here to see if we could win the Super Bowl in year number 1 with the Ravens despite the Matabike injury. Here we are against the Packers. They're going to open up with 7. We're going to respond with nothing, it looks like. Then we're going to still respond with nothing. I'm on 9-minute quarters on this. Halftime is over. 6-7, 6-7. Anyways, 14-7 against the Packers. 17-7, 13-17, 20-13, 20-20 in overtime here. And they're going to score a field goal, and we are going to get a touchdown. Year number 1. Rebuild is over. No rebuild needed. I guess they actually fixed simulation to where the better team is technically supposed to win. Thank God they did that. But anyways, not much of a rebuild. It looks like we're building a dynasty today, but hey, I'll take it. Easy start. Because realistically, the Ravens don't need a rebuild. They just need to stay healthy and finish the job in the playoffs, which is exactly what happened here other than me benching Matabike. Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl MVP. Dak as league MVP. Probably not ever going to happen. I know statistically he's great, but it's not going to happen. Sorry. In the AFC North, Aaron Rodgers and the entire Steelers team retire. My long snapper and DeAndre Hopkins retires with the ring. If the Ravens somehow won the Super Bowl this year, he probably would retire with the ring. I don't know if you guys want me to show this on the screen or anything like that about all the player upgrades or player development upgrades. I wish I could just turn it on auto and just let the AI do it, because honestly, I don't like doing it, but we'll see. For the players ready to negotiate, we have $44 million to spend. Jair Alexander was actually pretty good for us. I'll just do a 2-year deal, increase his salary. It's going to be $20 million a year for him. He's going to resign. He was great for us in simulation. Odafe, I kind of just want to tag and trade, so I'm just going to offer him team-friendly deal and just do that. He's not interested in signing. That's fine. I'll just tag and trade him. Zay Flowers, of course, I'm going to accept that option for the team. Keaton Mitchell, I don't mind him having, he's young. I really don't mind him here. So we're just going to do player friendly and make it a 4-year contract, $4 million a year to be a backup. So I guess I won't draft the running back if we have him. Don't want Daniel Falalele. And then Kyle Van Noy is an absolute beast tearing it up on the team for us. I'll do a 1-year deal and just work down his contract as he regresses. And then finally, I'll tag Odafe away, being negative cap, and then I'll trade him away. So honestly, I feel like I managed that pretty well. Patrick Ricard is going to have to walk. That's fine. I'll just get a new fullback there. And then I didn't even know I had to sign Jordan Stout again. I'll just draft a new punter. Anyways, I'm in negative cap room. Let's just get to the draft. But up first, I'm going to trade away Odafe away, and then we're going to start Mike Green. The Titans want to give me Peter Skoronski for Odafe away and someone else. I mean, honestly, I would take that. It may not be realistic. I mean, technically it's not. He's a first-round pick, so I probably will fade that, but they are interested and Odafe away. They have a later first-round pick. Let me get a second and a fourth, and I feel like that's kind of fair value. And actually, it still says we're in negative cap. They still haven't fixed that logic. I'm trying to remove the dead cap on my team, EA, but sure, I guess am I stuck with him? That's annoying. Yeah, and I have really nothing else to dump on my team. Maybe Broderick or Washington. Would that really help me at all? I mean, not really. That's kind of annoying how, I mean, logically, I mean, the Saints get away with it all the time. Why can't I get away with it? That's so stupid. So I guess I'm not allowed to tag and trade him, even though I'm negative 18 in salary cap and he's worth 21 million in salary cap. I know there's probably some logistics behind it, but they do it all the time in the NFL to lower their dead cap room, but I can't do it. That doesn't make sense at all. Here, let me just try this. So they want to trade Joe Alt for Odafe away. What is this Madden logic, dude? What are we talking about here? Hold up. Let me see if Peter Skoronski is still on the board. No, they changed it to someone else who I don't want. Rashid Shaheed, don't want any of these guys. Jalen Jones, I really don't want any of these guys. Shia Stewart, honestly, that's not bad leverage. Can I even do this? No. So what's the point of even making these offers if I'm not even allowed to do that? All right, that's lame. In the draft here, I'm just going to stick and pick at number 32 here. I feel like I already have everything. Super Bowl winning team. I would like more depth at defensive tackle. So let's see if there's something there that really stands out to me. Definitely not. I'll just wait in the later rounds. Andy Reid, it looks like he got reincarnated into a defensive tackle, 350 pounds. I'll probably pick up him later. Alonzo Kirkpatrick, A zone coverage, B man coverage, B pursuit here, 5'11", 234 out of Georgia. Great speed, good acceleration, elite agility. I'm going to pick him up at pick 32. Rank 70, got him at 32. Normal development, not the greatest pick, but not horrible, I guess. Pick 32, where is Andy Reid? I'm going to reach on this. Andy Reid here out of Wisconsin. We're going to pick that up. Ranked 44 in the class, got him at 64. Normal development, but still pretty good option. Left guard here, is there a good one in the third round? This guy doesn't seem too bad. Ben, I'm not going to even try to pronounce that last name. Great strength, all I need to see. He's going to be the pick. Ranked 18, got him at 77. Only normal development. That's annoying. Go to defensive tackles, sort by strength. Let's see what we got here. We got a great strength guy on the board. Poor agility. This guy's a lot better. Nose tackle, Carl Jackson here. Great strength. We're going to pick him up. See what he has. C+, ranked 146, got him at 96, but he has hidden development, so not much sense is being made here, but it is what it is. And just how the Ravens drafted Jordan Stout in the 4th round, I'm probably going to draft a punter in this 4th round as well. Poor kicking power. I wish they would just let you sort by the kicking power. Drafting this punter with good kicking power, Zachary Castellano, sure, I'll take him. Hidden development, why not? 93 kick power. And of course, the Ravens love their fullbacks, so let's see if we can get a standout fullback here. This guy's skills look pretty good. LaMichael Ross out of Stanford, interesting. Elite strength, you love to see it. Ranked 77, got him at 146, normal development, but it's a fullback I don't have to pay. And honestly, I'm cool on the rest of the draft. Let's just simulate to the end of it. Alonzo Kirkpatrick, 72 overall, 74 for Andy Reid, 76 for Ben, 67, 6'7 for Carl Jackson, 6'7 for Zachary Castellano, 72 for LaMichael Ross. Didn't draft after that, but pretty solid draft. Nothing crazy, though. And usually I like to switch up my scheme to a 4-3, but since it worked so well last year, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Maybe needed a wide receiver 3. We'll see how Tez Walker does. And then everyone else here, don't really mind. Trent Simpson looks good. Kyle Van Noy. What are they? I got Mike Green because I can't trade that. So Van Noy starting after 20.5 sacks. Mike Green is just going to have to wait his turn, I guess, for whenever I don't re-sign Odafe away. Can I please just trade him now? I hate how the cap room logic works in this, but the Saints get away with it every year. No, it's still going to say I'm negative $2 million, even though I was negative $5 million before, and I changed really nothing about my team. But anyways, let's see if I can trade away that guy that was worth $5 million down here. Broderick Washington. No, it still doesn't change it. Oh my gosh, dude, come on. Anyways, not bad at all. I like that they changed it to defensive tackle 1, 2, and 3 and 3/4s, and then they're just straight up edge rushers and not just outside linebackers. That is a big difference to me. Major difference. Massive difference, as Ninja would say. So everyone here looks pretty good. Like what I got. TJ Tampa is in the slot. Third down RB is just still going to be Derrick Henry, and then we got Tez Walker. Let's put him in the slot. I'm not changing up any schemes. We won the Super Bowl last year with it. Really didn't change too much about the team. But anyways, let's move in to the midseason mark for year number 2. 6-1. Let's go. I mean, rushing game doing good. Defensive points per game 6th, 15th, and offensive points per game. But we're 6-1, so that's what matters. Scouting national focus. Anyone really getting that old on our team? Maybe we get the wide receiver 3. Not going to worry about the franchise staff points right now. Players ready to negotiate. Trent Simpson has been a baller. Immediately going to give this guy a player-friendly deal. And I don't have the salary cap. Maybe if, I could trade a player to get rid of my salary cap problem, that would be pretty cool. But now I'm in negative salary cap, even after trading away Mark Andrews. And I can't re-sign Trent Simpson or Marlon Humphrey? Really? Are we being so serious right now? That sucks. So I'm negative $11 million in cap room. Can I trade away the player that is taking up $21 million? Not quite. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but sure. And it looks like the AI cut the other guy that I was trying to trade. Can I just cut? I mean, I don't want to cut Odafe away. I mean, I want to get my money's worth out of him. Let me trade Justice Hill. That still doesn't get me out of it. Dude, please, just let me out of this. I guess I'm just going to have to trade for a bum player to cancel it out or something because I am sick of this. Okay, I'm not going to screw around with this anymore. EA, just fix that, dude. That's super annoying. And I can't negotiate with anyone. I'm a winning team. Not going to worry about it. Let's get to the playoffs. 15-2, first round bye. Better than last year. You love to see it. And I'm just going to upgrade all these points for John Harbaugh because why not? And Lamar, not that great in passing touchdowns, but 6th in pass rating. 3rd best offense in the NFL. Number 1 defense, 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. They actually made the schemes make sense in Madden now, thank God. Got sacked 33 times, though. Still not as bad as I've seen in previous simulations. Derrick Henry, kind of a little bit of a slump year, but still pretty good in general. Compared to last year, though, it's not the best. Almost 1,400 yards, 4.6 per carry, 8 touchdowns, 3 fumbles. Lamar Jackson, 8 rushing touchdowns. Still, last year they seemed a little bit better. Isaiah Likely with almost 1,000 yards leading the team in receptions and yards and almost touchdowns. It looks like Tez Walker had 5, and I don't have to pay him as much as Mark Andrews, and we're already in negative cap. Sacks allowed, there it is. Ronnie Stanley, double-digit sacks allowed, even though he's like 92 overall. Tyler Linderbaum with 8, 7 for Ben, 6 for Roger, and then 1 for Emory Jones. Nice. Roquan Smith with 141 tackles for a loss, 11 for Odafe away. Sacks on the team, 13 for Kyle Van Noy, he's a beast, 9 for Matabike, 6.5 for Odafe away. A little bit better season this year, led the team in tackles for a loss, probably still won't be able to re-sign him. And then interceptions, 5 for Marlon Humphrey, 1 for a handful of others. Deflections, 14 for Marlon Humphrey, probably won't even be able to re-sign him, but he balled this year. 9 deflections for Malachi Starks, 8 for Roquan Smith. And what did, it looks like Jair Alexander did not perform this year. Okay, he got paid and was like, nah. Anyways, safety, 0 defensive touchdowns is going to be 1 for Jair Alexander. Never mind. I guess he got a pick 6. Back-to-back years here. Can we beat the 9-8 Pittsburgh Steelers? Oh, well, the Steelers own the Ravens. The Steelers own the Ravens. Not in the playoffs, but we'll see here in simulation. And it looks like they do not own the Ravens in the playoffs. Here to face the 9-8 Chargers. It should be another cakewalk as we are 7 overalls higher than them. But let's see if we can go back-to-back conference championships here. And was that a conference championship? No, that brings us to the Super Bowl, and it doesn't tell me who won. We won. We're back in the Super Bowl, here to face the Panthers. So yeah, not much of a rebuild. I was expecting more of a challenge because I guess EA actually updated their game. So I am very glad that they did that. Isaiah Likely leading the team in yards, gets superstar development. Superstar development, not regressing, paid him less. W move there. Everyone else looks pretty good here. Don't really see any upgrades other than Marlon Humphrey getting X Factor, which is great. And then Jackson, I forgot about that guy. Anyways, apart from that, let's see if we can get back-to-back Super Bowl wins on this dynasty run because it's not even a rebuild at this point. Here we are against the Panthers. They're going to open up with nothing. We're going to start with 7 there. 7-7 game now. 14-7 game. Good defense, good offense, really by both sides. 14-7 at halftime. Opening up half with another 7 there. You'd love to see it. So tempted to say 6-7, but we're not getting a 6. 28-14 here in the fourth quarter. And the Panthers will once again lose another Super Bowl, and we will be back-to-back Super Bowl winners. Not even a whole whatchamacallit, why am I blanking? Not even a whole rebuild here. Again, just another dynasty for this easy quote-unquote rebuild. I really didn't expect it to be this easy, but if it's going to be this easy, let's see if we can get 4 in a row at this point. Now that I said that, we're probably going to miss back-to-back playoff years. Marlon Humphrey wins the Super Bowl MVP. He balled out this year. I probably won't be able to re-sign him. Josh Allen wins another league MVP. No other awards here for the Baltimore Ravens. In the AFC North, Derrick Henry and Ronnie Stanley and Kyle Van Noy all retire with the ring. Those are all huge losses for our team. So yeah, we probably won't win the Super Bowl in the next season. And after all those retirements, I still am not able to afford Trent Simpson, Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins. I'm going to accept his option. And then Odafe away. So I'm going to lose a lot of these guys here. No, not my GOAT Cooper Rush. No. Anyways, Trent Simpson, superstar. Marlon Humphrey, who just balled out. Yeah, that's unfortunate that I'm losing all these guys, but can't do anything about it. I'm just in negative cap room. I wish I could have tagged and traded and at least got value for Odafe away. But let's move into the draft. Pick 32. What are we going to have here? I need a left tackle. I low-key kind of have a running back with, Keaton Mitchell. He's an 81 overall. Might as well just keep him. I need a left tackle. Vincent doesn't seem horrible. Tez Walker doesn't seem that bad. I'm in a running scheme anyways. And then I need a middle linebacker. I need a corner. So let me pick a corner, and then let's pick a middle linebacker. Kirkpatrick is here, so let me get a will linebacker as well. And then Adise Isaac, and I lost Kyle Van Noy as well. So Adise Isaac is going to get a chance. Let's see what's just on the board then. There is an edge rusher on the board. 6'4", 271, elite strength, good. Ooh, I'm going to pick him. I don't care. He's going to start over Adise Isaac. Ranked 43, got him at 32. Normal development. I just want to start him over Isaac. Pick number 11 in the second round because I traded away a player. I think it was Mark Andrews for that next year's second. Then we've got a strong safety there. Let's do will linebacker. Pass coverage. Javier, who I'm stupid with names. Anyways, elites across the board. He looks pretty good. We're going to pick him up. Rank 78, got him at 43. Normal development. I'm only good with my late round picks, I guess. Waited too long for a corner, but let's see what's on the board here. Doesn't look anything stellar. B man coverage, B zone coverage, day 3 guy. I'm going to come back to that guy. Day 3 guy, Antoine Macklin. I could come back to this guy, but he looks pretty good. I'm not going to pass on this defensive tackle. B minus, ranked 48, got him at 64. Hidden development. I'm just better with my later round picks. Keep in mind, I do have later round picks, even though I do have a decent amount of draft capital here. I'm going to pick up this guy, Deshaun Miller, day 3 guy. A press, solid speed, elite jumping there. A press, B tackle, B zone coverage, B catching. Let's see what we got. Deshaun Miller, ranked 110, got him at 96, but hidden development out of Syracuse. Pretty solid pickup. Jerry Wayne out of West Virginia, 6'3", 182, decent speed, solid acceleration. We're in the 4th round, post UDFA, but A tackle, B zone coverage. Let's see what he's got. Take a chance. Ranked 159, got him at 128. Not horrible. He'll be in rotation. Let's see if we can get an absolute speed demon for a receiver. There's some elite acceleration here. Greats, elites, marginal poor. Chad Shelton here. My boy Chad out of Florida State. Go Noles, baby. Chad is going to be the pick here. Wearing number 0, ranked at 108, got him at 160. Good value. Not crazy, but sure, why not just have him? Tyler Pearman, 74, 71, 73, 69, 67, 69, 74, and then I stopped drafting after that. We got to back up a QB and an edge rusher. So not bad draft, especially for picking at number 32. I know I had like some extra picks for trading guys away in previous years, but not bad. So it looks like the AI got a good running back as a backup. That's nice. We'll start him as a fullback so we can get more reps there. Not bad at all. Chad Shelton is a 69. Nice. We got 69 and 6'7 as memes now. And then Vincent here. Vincent, I guess, will be the starter because I didn't draft a left tackle. Defensively, Macklin, Jackson. Macklin should be the number 3, or Jackson should be. Let's read. Andy Reid is not bad. Andy Reid, Chiefs legend, GOAT there. Kirkpatrick is not horrible. Buchanan. I don't really pick anyone else there. Pearman. I want Pearman to be coming off the right edge. So we'll see how that goes. And then Pearman will be coming off the right edge. And then Miller is going to be the slot corner, I guess. So we're going to have that. And then we're going to have Keaton Mitchell be the number 1 guy to go to. He's not going to be our power back. Actually, let's do Goodwill as our power back. Move Keaton Mitchell up. And then Tez Walker up. Everyone else looks pretty good. Going to make sure that Pearman is the starter over Adise Isaac. And then Miller, let's move up, honestly, because the other guys are really not that much higher of an overall. So 87 overall team, dropped a little bit, but really not that big of a deal at the end of the day. Kind of is, though, because it's Madden, but I don't really care. 4-3 here. Offensive rushing game is number 1 in the NFL, so that's good. Defensive points per game is doing good. So, I mean, I guess, are we just feeding Keaton Mitchell the ball? I mean, he's not leading yards. So is it Lamar that's putting it up? I mean, Mike Green's balling. Lamar's doing great. 6 touchdowns to no interceptions, 1 on 10 passer rating. 4.0 per carry for Keaton Mitchell. It's not bad, but it's not great. Honestly, I'm going to switch it up to a passing scheme because 4-3 is good, but I think we can be doing better here. I'm going to switch it up to a passing scheme. And I know multiple zone run and Atlanta playbook isn't necessarily passing, but it does involve a little bit more passing, so I'm cool with that. Let's rock out with that and see what happens. Scouting national focus. I still want like a will linebacker, so let's just do linebacker. Players ready to negotiate. Lamar Jackson, just take the money, dude. Literally just take the money. You can, oh my gosh, $76 million a year. Oh my gosh, dude, that's insane. But he's Lamar Jackson, so I got to give him what he wants. Jair Alexander, I suddenly have all this money. I wish I had it before. Justin Madubuike is a beast. I do want him back on the team. $30 million a year for 2 years. And then, of course, we want Roquan Smith back on the team. And Madubuike already says no to me, which is surprising. 2-year deal for Roquan Smith. And he says he's on the fence. Dude, you're back-to-back winning Super Bowls. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Zay Flowers, do I really want to pay him this much? Like $24 million for a guy that I barely use? Like, we're in a running scheme. I know I just switched to the passing scheme. Adesai Isaac, this is why I drafted a new guy, because I'm probably just not going to sign him. Tez Walker, I'm probably not going to sign. TJ Tampa, and all these other extras, I'm probably not going to sign as well. Jair Alexander, I guess we'll see. We'll see how these guys play. I'll deal with it in the offseason, but for now, let's move into the playoffs. 11-6, so still a playoff-worthy team here. Offensive passing game skyrocketed. Rushing game still top 15 there. I really like that switch. Not bad at all. Stats and awards, Lamar, pretty good. 9th in passing yards, 5th in pass rating, 17th in passing touchdowns, 5th best offense, 11th best defense. And keep in mind, we were a running scheme the first half of the year, and he's still top 10 in passing yards. 26 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, 109 pass rating. Got sacked 50 times is insane, dude. Okay, I guess EA didn't fix it. I mean, I did lose my left tackle, but still, that's insane, dude. Keaton Mitchell, 1,000 yards, 4.0 per carry, 5 touchdowns to 3 fumbles. Not very good ratio, but we'll take it. Lamar Jackson, 7 rushing touchdowns, 4.8 per carry. Tez Walker, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. He's balling, but it's really just the slot position. I probably won't be able to afford to re-sign him this season. And then Rashad Bateman, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Zay Flowers, 800 yards, 5 touchdowns. See, like, this is what I'm talking about. He's good. I want him on my team, but, like, is this worth $24 million a year? Probably not. And then Isaiah Likely, 4 touchdowns, 700 yards, giving about similar numbers to Zay, and he's a superstar development. I'm only paying him $9 million a year. So that's my point. And then blocking wise, oh my God. Yeah, so I guess they didn't fix it. I understand he's a 74. He's not going to be that good, but 24 sacks is ridiculous for any player. Rosengarten, 9 sacks, probably going to let him walk. Not going to re-sign him if he wants a ridiculous contract. Tyler Linderbaum, 7 for Ben, 2 for Emory Jones, who's been balling. Roquan Smith, 133 tackles for a loss, 14 for Mike Green, 11 for Madubuike, 7 for Alonzo, and Tyler, the rookie. Sacks 21.5 for Mike Green, breaking out, immediately replacing Van Noy, and 11 for Tyler Pearman, so I'm not going to be re-signing Isaac. And then Madubuike with 8, 6 for Travis Jones, interceptions 3 for Roquan Smith, 2 for Alexander, and 2 for Nate Wiggins. Deflections 9 for Nate Wiggins, 7 for Jair, 5 for Malachi Starks. Safeties on the team is going to be 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. Let me distribute some of these points. Okay, so that's what we got for John Harbaugh. All diamond rank there. I guess we hired a new offensive coordinator, which is annoying that they did that because now I have to redistribute my skill points, but it is what it is, you know. Mike Green, 2nd in the league for most sacks at 21. Micah Parsons at 25 is insane. No other standout players on that chart. Let's see if we're going to beat the 10-7 Dolphins. We are 6 overalls higher than them to move on to the divisional round once again here. And the answer is no. 37-18. Kind of ridiculous that we're way higher overall and they just blew us out like that, but you know, can't be too mad. We won back-to-back Super Bowls. It happens. Let's move into the offseason. And the Niners beat the Texans. Mikael Williams, the rookie for this season in real life, wins the Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow wins the league MVP. Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year. And then Tyler Pearman, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Awesome to see. In the AFC North, Rashee Ali retires after 4 years. I forgot that they added that feature in Madden. Sometimes they just get injury prone and they're just like, nah. That's crazy. Wow, okay. I didn't think I'd actually see that, though. go. For the team upgrades offensively, Goodwill comes with star development. Maybe I start him just to see what happens. Defensively, what do we got here? Pierman immediately jumps to superstar. Mike Green jumps to superstar. He should be X Factor, but it's fine. Macklin comes with superstar development. That's big. And Miller comes with star development. Already jumped up to a 79. We're up to an 89 overall already, so team still seems to be doing pretty well. Jair Alexander, Matabike. I do want Matabike back. He needs to come back for my team. What do we have here? Let's increase the money for him. $35 million a year. He's going to resign. I needed him back on the team. 57. Jair is doing great. He's really not regressing too hard. I'll do a player-friendly, honestly. Another $23 million a year contract for 2 years. He's been doing pretty good. Wish we could re-sign Marlon Humphrey. Zay, like, again, I don't know how you justify paying $26 million a year when Isaiah Likely is doing just as well for literally a third of the price. So, I don't know. Let's sign other players first because I don't know how I can possibly justify that. We're going to do neutral for Roquan Smith, increase his salary and his bonus, $22 million a year. He's going to re-sign with the team. Malachi Starks, of course, I'm going to accept that option if we play a 5th year. Roger Rosengarten, how much do you want? I can't justify paying you $27 million a year after you just allowed 9 sacks. It's not bad, but it's not crazy. Adise Isaac and all these other guys, probably a no. So I'm going to say you lucked out here for sure. Because I'm probably just going to tag Zay for this final year because I don't know how I justify this. I'm just going to do team-friendly deal, and then I'm going to have to dump the contract. He's going to say no, and I'll tag him for this final year, but I'm not going to justify a long-term contract with Zay Flowers when he hasn't broken 1,000 yards this entire simulation with me. It just doesn't make sense. I know he's a 90 overall. I'm tagging him for $38 million, which is crazy, but at the same time, it's the 4th and final year. I don't really care. Let's skip past the free agency period and just get straight to the draft. Going into the draft, I need 2 new offensive tackles because we had allowed 50 sacks last season. I lost Roger Rosengarten. He wasn't worth the contract anyways. I didn't even have the money to really pay him. But Zach Wallen here, not too bad at all. Zach Wallen, poor strength, never mind. Terrence Hoskins, though, 2nd or 3rd round projection. I'm kind of in the late 1st round here. Great strength, good speed, decent acceleration. A's across the board. I'm going to pick Terrence Hoskins here. Rank 33, got him at 23, hidden development. That's what you like to see. And then looking at the right tackles, there's a 2nd, 3rd rounder here. Matthew Newman out of Iowa. Decent strength, but after that, not too bad. I really don't have another choice here. I mean, he's very athletic in every other stat. Matthew Newman looks terrible. Hidden development, but looks terrible in general overall-wise. Guards, let's see. Is there anyone stand out in their physical attributes? There's a guy with great strength here at the top of the board, and Colt Bayless. So we're going to try out Colt Bayless as a right guard here, ranked 91, got him at 87, hidden development. I'm going to put, oh, dude, he's 350 pounds. I'm going to move this guy to right tackle for sure. And then honestly, we're in the 4th round. I just wanted some offensive linemen. I'm going to skip to the end of the draft. Let's see if we can pull it together this year for a lucky Super Bowl win because I don't know if we're Super Bowl contenders. Team's regressing a little bit. We're going to lose some guys in the upcoming weeks, but I really don't mind the team we got. 75 for Hoskins, 65 for Newman, 72 for Colt Bayless. So, yeah, he's going to be the starter. 71 for Edward Ramos here. So, Eduardo Ramos. 71 overall, normal development. Not too bad of a pickup. Stop drafting after that. And Bo Edwards here, 73 overall right guard. So, the AI is picking better than me. He could definitely play right tackle as well. So, this is what we got. They're trying to have Vincent play. Honestly, after 24 sacks, you can go work at McDonald's. So now this is what we got. 2 new offensive tackles. Don't expect them to be anything crazy, but, you know, it's what we have to work with. 88 overall team. Really not all that bad. I'm going to start Kirkpatrick. Oh, no, not over Roquan Smith. I guess they don't want that happening. But either way, Macklin over Andy Reid. He'll progress a lot quicker during this season as well. Specialist-wise, Pierman's coming off the edge. Team looks good. Zay Flowers as the gadget guy. Goodwill is not going to be the starter. We're going to have him as the starting power back. Slot wide receiver is going to be, just Wester. Everything else looks pretty good on this team. Fine with that. 88 overall team. Kind of moved into a passing scheme here. Don't really have an elite running back anymore, but let's move into the playoffs for the 4th and final year and see what we got. 9-8, and we are ranked 32nd in defensive rushing game, even though my defensive tackles is really a strong point of my defense, but unfortunate. Madden has come full circle. I mean, 91 overall team. We missed the playoffs as a 91 overall team. It sucks, but I'm glad we got 2 Super Bowl wins. Lamar Jackson balled out. Defense sold him. Typical Lamar Jackson season. Honestly, 16th in yards and for offense and then 15th for defense. Lamar, great season, 4,100 yards, 35 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 102 pass rating, got sacked 40 times, less than last season, but still not good. Keaton Mitchell, that is not good, just 3.4 per carry to 3 touchdowns, even with 260 attempts, which really is not bad at all. And then LeJontay Wester, my bad, 1,200 yards, 16 touchdowns, balled out, because again, slot players just ball out. They haven't fixed this since Madden, 2019? Madden 19? Something like that. Rashad Bateman outperforms Zay Flowers, not even really paying him. Zay Flowers, 7 touchdowns, almost 900 yards, not crazy. And then Isaiah Likely, 3 touchdowns, 500 yards. And then what do we have for the sacks? 10 for the new left tackle, much better than Vincent. 9 for Bo Edwards, same as Roger Rosengarten, so that's fine. 7 for Linderbaum, 6 for Emory Jones, 5 for Ben. Honestly, Emory Jones, MVP for the offensive line this video. And then Roquan Smith here, 128 tackles, 119 for Alonzo, 102 for Malachi Starks, tackles for a loss, 11 for Matabike, 10 for Mike Green, 8 for Travis Jones, sacks, 13.5 for Tyler Peterman, 12 for Matabike, 11 for Mike Green. I like how quickly he developed in only 2 seasons. That's great. Interceptions, 3 for Nate Wiggins, 3 for Roquan Smith. Deflections is going to be 9 for Jair, 6 for Nate, and 6 for Alonzo. And then safeties on the team is 1 for Mike Green, 1 for Travis Jones, and defensive touchdowns is 0. So I did in fact call it that I would just end up losing in the last 2 seasons. I know I stuttered there a bunch at the end, but hey, it's a successful rebuild, back-to-back Super Bowl wins in the first 2 years. You know, you get to the end of the rebuild and, you know, Madden just starts being Madden, but hey, I'll take it. Our team wasn't the best, but a 91 overall team and missing the playoffs seems a bit ridiculous to me. Yes, injury is off. But anyways, guys, apart from that, this is a successful rebuild. Let me know down in the comments below which team you'd like me to rebuild next, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.